I do or do not. Йода так говорил из Wars. Вот чатик. Вот так-то. Вот такой чат мне нравится. Вот такой чат мне доставляет. Вот это вот лучший чат. За весь GDQ это лучший чат, который был вообще. Сайрус подключился. Вот. Боже, потрясающе просто. Можно мне запись этого чата? Ой, можете подписаться на мой канал, если хотите. Где наш деликатес, который должен комментировать эту игру? Где деликатес? Где деликатес? У нас там игра уже началась. Деликатес! Привет! Hello, brother! Он же там комментирует, точно? Точно он комментирует. Подожди. У нас Дискорд отвалился. Нет, не отвалился. Не отвалился Дискорд. Я оставляю вас на деликатеса и отправляюсь.
Я сегодня
в мир.
много спал.
В мир.
Так что если до 6 утра я засну.
Я отправляюсь в мир. Как его зовут-то? Бокс на. Морфия, да. Морфея. Мир Морфия. Это как-то. Да. Sounds wrong. Все, деликатес.
Мягко на ушко.
Всего тебе
я буду в
доброго.
наушниках, если я вдруг засну.
В смысле, если ты вдруг заснешь, тебя рано комментировать?
Да, но до 6 утра вообще-то комментировать.
Всего доброго.
Да, так что, да. Увидимся.
Доброй тебе ночи.
Доброй мне ночи. Так что, да, если кто есть, зайдите в Дискорд и разберите меня, если вдруг. Я надеюсь, я не засну, потому что это хайповый хайп. 120 звезд, это будут самые быстрые 120 звезд, которые вы когда-либо видели в своей жизни. Эстимейт час 55, рекорд час 39 и еще сколько-то секунд. Этот парень пойдет на все рисковые страты. Держитесь в креслах, это будет... Блин. Эта игра начинается очень быстро. Эта игра невероятно оптимизирована. Сейчас у нас будет скип больших дверей, первой звезды, оптимизация, которая раньше убивала все забеги где-то в половине ранов. Сейчас это 100% на изи страт. Ну, если он зафейлит, он не будет пробовать второй раз. На диване у нас чиз. В смысле, какой чиз? Чиз у нас играет. Слева, на красном диване, слева, в самом крайнем левом углу, у нас Пункейшун, который прикрыт чизом. Следующий после него идет Симпли. И третий почему-то говорит. Я не могу понять, почему именно он говорит. Он зафейлил самый простой скип, бойс. Это минус 10 секунд. О, горячо. Чиз напрягся. Окей, немножко играется камера, но дело пошло. Не очень хорошо, но пойдет. Он проскочил, но плохо, что он поговорил с дверью.
That probably made up for the time that he lost on a Lagatoo skip.
Yeah. The reason it works is because Mario's backwards.
Все потому, что у Марио нет ограничения на скорость. У Марио нет ограничения скорости движения с задницей, спиной, так сказать. И все так вдруг резко замолчали. Ну, в принципе, не о чем говорить. Он пошел на обычный цикл. Специальный цикл сохраняет 3 секунды. Он не станет рисковать, похоже. Может быть, чувствует себя не очень уверенно. Они называют его Шикиру Cycle. Шикиру цикл. Но... Первый раз слышу вообще это название. Самый популярный цикл, который самый быстрый, это Giant Cycle. Он сохраняет одну секунду, самый быстрый цикл. И его не обвиняют в том, что он не пошел на него. Так что ладно. Он говорит, что обычно несколько раскруток вполне достаточно, но все зависит от того, насколько вы далеко от бомбы. Вообще этот босс имеет RNG. Если этот босс выполняет танец перед битвой, то это сохраняет на пару секунд опять же. Делаем телепорт назад. Да, он пойдет на все риски, но скорее на все разумные риски. Вот второе популярное место резетов. Первые 3 звезды, наверное, мы знаем все лучше, чем кто-либо. Посмотрим, как у него пойдет. Первым будет скип совы. Don't choke it. Окей, nice. Easy. Достаточно простой скип, но очень будет неприятно, если он зафейлит его.
So if you'll notice, after every star, he'll go down to the bottom menu option. Like there, he just went down 2 menu options, and you'd think that'd be slow, but you need to wait a little bit before you can even press an option. So during that time, you can move up and down, but you can't press A. And each time you save on a star, you lose 8 frames. And
это средней свежести страта забирания именно этой звезды. Есть еще одна более рискованная, которая забирает 4 секунды. Эта стратегия 100%, ну или 99% имеет возможность забрать звезду. Так что да. Можете хлопать почти после каждой звезды, потому что это будет круто. Ну, по крайней мере, я надеюсь на это. Мы пойдем на 100 монет и красные монеты.
They opt to lose a bit of time, but get the consistency of the setup.
О, ну камон, чиз, плиз. Вообще я не очень люблю чиза как спидранера. К сожалению, именно у него сейчас VR. Он сейчас пропустил цикл. Я не знаю, сколько секунд он потерял, но он много потерял. Сколько бы сказать? Ну, наверное, 5-10. Я не смогу придумать больше. Он говорит 8 секунд, я почти угадал. Я сначала думал 5, но 8, да. Этот цикл достаточно сложный, ну и не совсем. Что-то он чокает. Вообще, сыр славится своей непостоянностью, скорее, чем постоянностью. На диване сидит более постоянный спидранер. Я не могу понять, по какой причине не устроили супер гонку, они все равно все почувствуют. Ну, как бы все присутствуют на спидране. Но основная причина, скорее всего, в том, что... Летом, в прошлом году, по-моему, было... Гонка. Мы просим вас всех помолчать, потому что это самая сложная звезда дальше идет. Они забыли добавить кап, конечно же. Это сейф-страта. Ой, сейф-звезда, скажем так. Если что-то зафейлишь, если ты что-то зафейлишь, то ты возьмешь эту звезду, потому что она как бы recover звезда, так сказать.
Just one thing to note too. At any chance you can, ground pounding to get a star is faster because it cancels the animation and Mario drops faster.
Я читаю чат. Мне просто, скажем, непонятен фанатизм людей. Это, ну, я такой же человек, как и он. В этом нет никакого смысла.
Into a star or ground pound under it. If you jump into a star, you'll go up and then down, and that loses a lot of time.
One embarrassing thing that happens to a lot of people is they'll try to ground pound and then they'll end up backflipping the star.
Самое ужасное, что здесь может случиться, это мы сделаем бэкфлип, сальто назад, и мы потеряем секунд 5, потому что анимация очень долгая. Пропустить цикл, это значит, что он не успел... У игры есть свои определенные тайминги, скажем, вон... Окей. Вот, допустим, этот синий квадрат, он постоянно опускается и поднимается. У него есть свой цикл. Как раз в несколько секунд он опускается и поднимается. И Если он не успевает у него, скажем, ему нужно, чтобы квадрат опустился. Но он, допустим, не успел, и квадрат уже ушел вверх. Соответственно, он не успел цикл. Что ж, этот ран Ripple Pepperonis, естественно, не Вэр, естественно, еще possible, но он потерял очень много времени там, где он не должен потерять. Именно поэтому первые 8 звезд — это самый частый резет. Дальше должны пойти более, условно говоря, сложные звезды, там, где, наверное, проще. Что? Regiz, please. Regiz. Вы уверены, что он не пропустит ни одну красную монету, потому что это потеря, опять же, нескольких секунд. Ты стараешься срезать угол, но может не совсем это хорошо пойти. Поскольку это Nintendo 64, мы стараемся приблизить свою камеру как можно ближе к Марио. Таким образом мы сохраняем кадры. Но и не лагает зато. Ранжи, да, это случайность.
Yeah, if you did no lag reduction, you'd easily lose minutes. You'd lose a lot from the swimming levels. The ship and JRB lags like crazy. Like that's
Если бы вы смотрели вперед, мы бы сейчас потеряли миллионы секунд. Хорошо, у него получилось. Окей. С этого момента фейлы должны пойти на убыль.
Yeah, what you're meant to do is you want to swim around and you get the eel out of the ship and then you swim into the loading zone. But he did two things there. He clipped through the corner, which for whatever reason, if you just keep
Oh, come on. Это небольшой фейл,
Yeah, you
но...
have to go to the right so that you can clip through.
Yeah.
It saves a lot of time.
3 секунды опять лузом.
It's not that specific. If you go a little bit to the left, though, it won't work.
Yeah, the clip itself is pretty easy. The harder part's actually getting.
Сложная часть того трюка была, они говорят, в том, чтобы коснуться зоны прогрузки, не коснувшись змея электрического, но оба трюка, условно говоря, примерно одинаково ровно просты. Даже если вы попробуете сами поиграть на эмуляторе в эту игру, то вы с легкостью проскочите через угол и, я думаю, зайдете в лоудинг-зону. У разных циклов есть свои названия, но не всегда. Code Cycle это обычно означает, что парень сделал, или, ну, как бы, спидранер сделал лучше всего, лучшее, что он мог сделать, и благодаря этому он в том месте игры, где должен быть. Он $2000 только что задонатили, а ебой. Почему? Ферд, отстань. И ты пишешь мое имя неправильно. Что это официальная бака. А ебой.
The intended strat is to use the metal cap, but if you just swim optimally, you can just grab the star through the jet stream.
Этих звезд несколько, которые нужно вот так вот пропустить, плывя через поток. В принципе, не очень сложно, нужно выбрать правильный угол. Раньше никогда вот именно вот так вот не делали, не врезались об стенку и не отпрыгивали. Но со временем страты увеличивались, и время нужно было улучшать, и даже вот это полсекунды очень... Это потерял очень много времени из-за лага. Ну да.
This area has 104 coins, so if you actually miss one of the blue coins, then you actually cannot get the 100 coin star.
Если вы пропустите хотя бы одну синюю монету, вы не сможете собрать 100 монет на этой карте.
I think it's one of those things everybody's done once.
Yeah.
I believe there's 4 red coins in this 100 plus reds. That the red coins are in a clam. And if you swim just right, you can get a red coin
Op
without
op.
waiting for the clam to open. Because the intended strat would be to just wait for it to open, then swim and get the red coin.
Yeah, the previous one he did there, the second one is the.
Мне кажется, Сыру
Yeah.
надо сосредоточиться на
All the
игре и
other ones are
перестать
not too
говорить.
bad. So here he's going to use the punch to scale up the wall.
Может быть, он слишком далеко от экрана, ну, как от... Ну, и сетап не такой привычный, как дома, ему нужно устроиться получше, потому что последние 10 минут были не такие респектабельные, как могли быть. У него прекрасный диван, у него 2 раннера, топ-2 и топ-3. По-моему, у Синьки сейчас топ-3, если не ошибаюсь. Возможно, я ошибаюсь. Пун Кейшун, он вошел в 1.39. То есть у него тоже время рекорда очень близко к его, ну, как бы к ВРу. Очень близко.
If you have a very fast 100 coin here, by the time you reach the ship will be going up.
Мы специально приехали для того, чтобы поддержать Чиза, я так понимаю.
But he didn't go fast enough for that.
Ай.
That's like a sign that's really good.
Overall, not too bad for 100 though.
Yeah.
Не уверен. Не
He's
уверен,
going
что
to be
кто-то
getting
разгонял
into
консоль.
the cannon for the next star here. In the Japanese version, the star is not inside of the box, so this star is actually like seconds faster and is like.
Японская версия чуть-чуть быстрее, потому что она не в коробке. Американская версия — это звезда в коробке.
Wasn't sure if it's gonna work or not, so I took like a second to make sure.
One recent thing that people started doing in runs is called the Simply.
Посередине сидит Simply, и он сделал что-то вроде оптимизации выстрела пушки, который сохраняет пару секунд. Нужно почти моментально, как только залез в пушку, и, ну, как только пушка нацеливается, нужно вовремя нажать выстрел, и тогда ты попадешь, ну, на этот островок без каких-либо прицеливаний. Ну, естественно, фейл будет стоить огромного количества времени.
Pretty decent JRB.
Неплохой JRB. Я даже не помню, как он расшифровывается, JRB. Итак, время обычно 12.6, 12.7. И там готовый плакат уже 12.6. Я ставлю на 12.8 просто потому, что этот парень нестабилен на данный момент. Спамьте в чатик 12.6, 12.7, 12.8, кто выиграет, тот модер. Капа. 8. Изи, я модер. Пацаны, я первый угадал. Он потерял 2 соток секунды.
Yeah, you do this twice because there's the one where you have to beat a certain time, and then there's just the one in the box. So he'll try for 12.6 this time.
He hit Mario Cam there to reduce lag because the light shining down causes lag.
Yeah, it's actually very laggy. You lose almost, or you save almost a full second just by going to Mario Cam there.
Второй раз предлагать не буду, мало ли как по модерам придется делать.
Turn in at the right time. You want to turn a little earlier than you should.
I'm sorry for spoilers.
The coins or whatever you want to get.
Но я буду спойлерить где-то секунду на 3.
And that was a pretty good win cap right there.
Also,
2 десятых? Да, десятых, наверное. Ну, 2 десятых хочу. У вас есть второй шанс, но это раз без модерки.
Yeah, you try to get the right parabola.
12.7 на этот раз. Ну или 6. Я не думаю, что 12.8 будет. Да-да-да, очень хороший прыжок. Чуть-чуть. Мы отправляемся в первый раз в локацию, где мы должны попасть, ну, как бы в первую локацию. Это первая локация вообще, где мы получаем звезды. Мы получаем первую звезду в другом месте, благодаря гличу. Ну, и благодаря этому же гличу мы сохраняем много времени.
Yeah, because what you would do is you can't finish this stage right off the bat because you need wing cap, and to get wing cap you need 10 stars to be able to look up into the sunlight in the middle of the lobby to spawn in the wing cap stage.
You'd see another use
Отличный
of bomb clipping in SSL, and it's much more
bomb clip.
impressive, much harder as well.
Yeah, so you grab the bomb when it's about to blow
Текста
up, and
меньше.
for whatever reason it gives you a lot of backwards momentum, and if you have that momentum and whenever you throw something in this game, Mario kind of gets pushed back, you use that plus the speed, and it gives you just enough to clip through.
Отличная оптимизация,
There's another thing
необходимо...
to note, actually. I think on the first wall kick there,
Это будет после.
she's
Сейчас
got a
сначала надо
first frame
победить
wall kick.
босса.
So you have 4 frames to wall kick, and if you do on the first
Но
frame,
я надеюсь,
you
хотя бы этот
actually
простой
get the
трюк он не
same
зафейлит.
speed that you had
Ему
going
нужно
into the wall
прыгать
plus a small percentage.
не слишком быстро.
So usually you want one, but sometimes they're hard
Сейчас,
to
да,
react,
сейчас он
and, he did a good job
терпел.
of doing that there.
Yeah, and it can also mess up tricks. Like if you're trying to do Owless and you get a
Если мы
first
слишком
speed, you won't be
быстро
able to
перепрыгнем его,
clip
то
into the cage
босс моментально
because you have too
развернется.
much speed. So a second frame wall kick is pretty ideal most times.
Игра стабильная, и она не засофтлочится, так что можете ничего не бояться. Вылетов не будет.
He's going to go to the top to like finish a race and then go back down to open the cannon. He doesn't open the cannon.
В этой звезде нам необходимо как можно быстрее добраться до верхушки. Это финиш нашей гонки с купой. Поэтому нужно как можно быстрее закончить гонку. Отлично, мы заканчиваем гонку как можно быстрее. Хорошо. И купа доберется до верхушки быстрее, если мы закончим гонку. Но поскольку он все равно будет идти сколько-то еще, вот он тут.
Yeah, so even though I lost about 4 seconds to the actual race, in real time I
Мы потеряли где-то 4 секунды в гонке, но в реале он потерял где-то 1 секунду. И да, это так и есть. Ну и Кирилл, выдавай первый матч, что ты стесняешься? Там сколько-то задонатили. Я не понял.
Hey all, Yeti here. We are so hyped for Mario 64. This donation puts us at $125,000 raised for Doctors Without Borders from our collection. Thank you for all your support. We will be, which reminds me to tell you, you can still order items from until July 9th at midnight CST. Also stay tuned for a special finale item, which we'll be releasing right before the Earthbound run. Put our donation towards hitting that sweet, sweet 2 million mark. We can break SGDQ's record. I know it. I believe in you.
В прошлом году очень много задонатили на Марио.
Okay, so really big RNG star here. I'll let the couch explain about it really, because I gotta focus.
Like right there, he's already missed 2 coins. Yeah. That's pretty bad RNG.
Yeah, most of the RNG's at the end. There's 4, depending on how many coins you have going there, 3 to 4 pulls. You basically run around them 3 times, and then 5 coins pop out. And the way they pop out is random, so sometimes they can get some really bad patterns that make you lose a lot of time.
Yeah, if you get really bad RNG, you can lose maybe.
Мы разговариваем сейчас о 100%. 100 монетной звезде. Я постоянно... У меня проблемы с тем, чтобы выговорить эту звезду. 100 монетная звезда и 8 красных монет. После полета нам нужно иметь 66 звезд. Монет. Желательно 69, потому что это очень хорошо. Всего будет 65. 5. Это не так хорошо. И ему придется оббежать вокруг каждого столба, потому что со столба выпадает 5 монет. 120 монет, да, это 120 звезд. Это аналог 120. Разговаривать, потому что я очень устал. И мое время только началось. И ему очень везет. 2 раза подряд из столба вышли монеты просто идеально. Ну и он ловит еще их хорошо. В принципе, нас устраивает этот рандом. Нам нужно, чтобы просто с этого столба вышли монеты хорошо. Не так хорошо, как могло быть. Но проблема в том, что он среагировал не так хорошо. Хоть его и похвалил парень с микрофоном. Но Чиз и Пункей и Симпли-то понимают, они сидят молчат. Без шансов, парни. Я не могу заступить. Все будет проспойлерено. Вот это. Я не знаю, у меня всегда на 2 секунды вперед стрим идет. Can't fix it. Простите. С хорошим выстрелом, который делается в 80% случаев. Мы собираем все 5 монет в центре кругов. И получаем звезду.
Yeah, it's one of my least favorite stars in the game because even if you get a good cannon shot, sometimes Mario just, I don't know, his flying is kind of weird and you can miss coins randomly.
Yeah, one thing to note too is if Mario flies multiple times like he does in that star, when you land from the first fly, the angle that he has is stored. So
на самом деле, нечего расстраиваться, то, что он теряет какие-то секунды. То, что вообще, если посмотреть спидраны, если вот Сыр или Пункей или Симпли заспидранят игру, и даже если у них будет много ошибок, они справятся за минуту 42, за час 42, или даже если это будет час 45, это все еще будет результат топ-5, по-моему. Не, я немного поспал, к сожалению, но я встал сегодня в 11.
The first MIPS, there's 2 MIPS that you can get, which is the little bunny. One spawns at 15 stars, and the next one spawns when you get 50 stars.
Не так хорошо поймал, можно лучше поймать, подбежав и схватив его.
Yep, and then you can get MIPS, and that's the only other star you'd need.
Okay, so time for the
Заблудившийся рейдер.
If I don't get it, it's not
был тайм-аутом.
But I'll let the couch explain it.
Ему нужно сфокусироваться. Здесь очень важные звезды. Если у него получится, он сохранит секунд 15. Это свежайший глич. Окей, проскочил. С первого раза. Oh yeah, boy.
He did it.
Oh yeah, boy.
Nice.
Oh yeah, boy. The run's real. Real.
Yeah, we weren't joking like we were in Womps. Like, that really is incredibly difficult.
It saves like a max of like 7 seconds, and if you do it and you're running,
самая сложная вещь, которую можно сделать здесь.
The 100 coin, which he just started, has some tricky parts. Overall, not too bad, but you can lose a lot of time here as well.
Если он сохранил 7 секунд, то, но все еще это не хороший пейс, не хороший, не самый лучший, скажем так. Это плохо. Он пропустил красную монету. Это самая большая ошибка, которую можно сделать. Он пропустил 2 монеты. Ему придется взять сейчас лифт. И эти вещи могут случиться, но я не видел, чтобы такое случалось. Очень давно. Ему придется все равно кататься на лифте, потому что он не сломал. Он мог взять, он мог забить и пойти взять какую-нибудь другую звезду, потому что он реально очень много времени потерял.
To that little part and then drop down and ground pound the box, but if you don't know it, it can be kind of hard.
Киллин не так давно был рейд, поэтому заблудившийся рейдер. Не стоило сейчас
That's one of the less common ways to mess it up.
I should point out that this 100
Самое
coin
глупое
route is
сейчас
actually
было
different than the
сидеть
one
на
I
диване, который должен
did. The
поддерживать
difference is
спидранера.
that
Ладно, давайте чуть
he
помочь.
like kills the eyeball and like gets all the red
Не
coins in the
получилось,
room like
ладно.
after he does his BLJ.
Ну и с первого раза, все равно,
Yeah,
нормально.
this route is somewhat new.
Сидеть на диване
It's
и
like,
говорить,
it's like
что
7 years
years
old.
now.
ту ошибку, которую сделал раннер, она
People
типа
do this
изи,
route
можно было
because
нормально
the
сделать.
boulder, like boulders fall behind where he just was. But if you do this route, you don't have to deal with them really.
Это не
So
то, что
it,
должен
like,
говорить
removes
диван.
RNG basically.
Yeah, and if you do the other route, you'll grab the star back there where he grabbed that line of 5, and that'll give all the rocks time to spawn. And it's just RNG whether or not you'll get hit by rocks as you run back to this room to get the star.
There's a lot of RNG to that eyeball as well. Like you can actually lose multiple seconds on like really bad RNG compared to the best.
That RNG's not
Мне очень
Yeah,
повезло опять же
stayed
с
up on
RNG,
the,
потому
on the
что
platform there.
монета осталась
That was
на
really
платформе,
very
но нам не
well.
пришлось
Yeah.
забираться на платформу.
I just went YOLO.
I thought he was going to go up on the platform.
I almost grabbed the red coin star. I got really scared.
It was smart to do that.
Yeah.
Nice 100.
Okay, the hard stuff in HMC is out of the way. It's like kind of smooth sailing from here.
Actually, one thing you saw in the first star that we
Еще
never really got to
4.
point out, you'll see it more.
По-моему, да.
They didn't put ceilings in HMC, so you can just jump over walls and it will take you to a completely different room. So this triple jump here will kind of showcase that.
And when you do this triple jump, he's holding back right now, because if you keep holding forward, you'll hit a death zone. So you hold back, wait a little bit, then go forward once you're under the death zone. That was nice. He'll do that one more time to get to metal cap.
Yeah. It's the only time that you use a metal cap in the entire speedrun.
Yeah. Unless you mess it up, then you hit the switch and get the metal cap. And
Yeah,
then do this.
that's only a backup.
Yeah.
Can I read a quick donation?
Yep.
We've got $305 from Dodecahedron. He says, he says, as promised, here's $15 for each of the 17 deaths and $50 for the missed jump.
Задонатил
Keep it up, Chief.
предыдущий раннер.
Thank you.
День, который обещал.
So if you go really fast in the metal cap here,
Есть
Mario won't blink at
эта
all
звезда,
when you hit the star.
Yeah, blinking
называется
meaning that the cap's
Blinkless,
running out.
скажем,
Yeah, it's called
Не-
blinkless, and if he gets that, that's just like an optimal.
это не оптимальный
Yeah.
This
сбор.
is not gonna
Нам
be
не
it.
очень повезло. Это типа Марио не должен замигать
Yeah.
в
He started
металлической
blinking
шапке.
before, but it's not. It wasn't that bad.
And there you go. Only time you'll see metal cap
И
used.
тогда это будет называться Blinkless. И
No one really
это
likes metal cap anyway.
единственный раз, когда мы
Yeah, we only
увидим
like vanish cap and
металлическую
white cap.
шапочку.
So back in the day, people didn't know why this worked. Why he's gonna hit the switch and it's gonna be
Okay.
Может быть. Ха-ха.
maybe.
Ха-ха.
All right, we're in there.
All right, it won't work now unless he
Слишком
does a
маленькая
compound.
скорость.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and if
go
you
ahead.
triple jump wall kick, like you want to wall kick
Обидно.
it around the peak height of the triple jump, and if you do it right,
Он
then
получил
you'll be able to, like,
скип,
fall
самый
down
сложный скип
onto the switch and
за
only press down instead of having to
почти
do
во
it
все
back
время.
up.
Yeah.
That trick's called Christmas
спидранер,
Miracle,
почти во
because
спидранер.
before they knew how it worked, they just said
Но
it was a
все
Christmas
простые
miracle.
скипы он не просто не может сделать.
Yeah, I haven't heard that term in some time.
Yeah, that's an older one.
There's a later strat in TTM called breezeless, and it's kind of like the same concept, I guess. Like you want to triple jump wall kick at like the peak height of the triple jump.
Yeah, we'll explain that when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ну, можете прочитать
Do
еще
remote donations if you
несколько
like.
пожертвований.
All right, we have
О,
$100
да.
from Simp Mom and Simp
Задонатили
Dad.
мама и папа Симпли. Вперед.
They
Сыр,
say, go,
вперед.
cheese, go! Special thanks and congratulations to all the runners for another incredibly successful Games Done Quick. Love you guys, the Simp Mom and Simp Dad.
Hi mom, hi dad.
У нас хорошо рандом на камне. Бывает, когда мы пытаемся достать ту звезду, мы идем по левому краю, и камни
Alright,
двигаются
now we
прямо на
can
нас.
see, um,
Или
onto
рандомно,
the
сначала влево, потом вправо. Так что
I mean,
сейчас был
arguably
хороший
hardest
рандом.
level in the game, shifting Sandland.
Следующим будет
Such a
Fire Sea.
punishing level
огненное
that we actually
озеро,
have a
насколько я
command.
понимаю.
Yes!
He got it.
Nice, nice.
We actually have a
Fast.
command in Cheese's chat
Нет, он не
talking
стал.
about how bad shifting
Ну,
sandland is
значит,
for people
начнем с
that
песков.
just tune in for the first time and they wonder why shifting sandland always ruins everything. It just makes it easier because it messes up so much.
Еще один
Yeah,
трюк
So here's
с
another
бомбой.
bomb trick.
Все идет по плану. Быстро зашел, хорошо.
Nice.
Nice.
У этого трюка бывают проблемы, но
Yeah, so there's a lot of depth to
Он
that trick.
справился.
He started by grabbing the bomb while it
это
was
тот
floating on the
трюк,
previous.
который мы не хотим
Then by
фейлить ни в
jumping
каком
over the
случае,
slope and
потому
jump diving
что
back over,
он ведет
that
к
means that the
смерти
bomb won't explode
и
and ground
100%
pound it.
потере времени.
He then
Если в
rode it
некоторых местах,
to
где
the
ты
pyramid
зафейлишься,
and
можно
ground pounded it in a specific spot to
поднять
complete
почти
it.
другую звезду.
Yeah, as you'll see in 100,
Это
the top of the
было
pyramid comes
не то,
off,
что
but it
хотелось
still
бы увидеть
exists.
сейчас.
Like the loading zone's still there, similar to
Это не
Cannon.
должно было
I don't know
случиться.
why that happened. The fly guys shouldn't be that far away.
Yeah, you want to run up the right half of that pillar and the
Мы
fly
отправимся
guy did the
прямиком к
right
боссу.
spot.
Окей.
He kind of looked like
С
he
первого
was
раза,
there,
хорошо.
so
That
I'm
trick,
Nice.
that trick is called topless because you don't go on top of the thing. Like you just do what he did, and it's a fastest strat.
Yeah, the intended way to get in here is you go all around the level to unlock the top of the pyramid.
Дети да, на начало
You go
всего,
in,
вот
and then you
буквально
ride
на
an
этом раннем
elevator all the way
10.
down, and it gives you an entrance into this room. But instead, we can just wall kick and grab the ledge.
There was a time where Cheese experimented with a heart rate monitor and shifting sandland until he got to like close to the world record, held constantly the highest heart rate because it was always so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, a
Когда
lot of scary
у
things
сыра
like
был
HMC, it's just a very punishing level.
пульсометр,
like small
или как он там
mistakes.
называется.
Yeah, HMC has two really
Ну давай
hard
сейчас-то.
stars, and then the rest
Изи.
are kind of
Окей.
simple. Almost
Второй
every
раз.
star in SSL is difficult.
А,
Why as a stage?
То именно на этом уровне, на этой карте у него был самый высокий пульс.
Yeah.
It's probably like overall the hardest stage. Really close, anyways.
Только не называйте все мои раны капа.
Alright, so the next one I'm gonna do is arguably the hardest star in the game. Oh, the most, I don't know, technical, one of the most technical stars.
And the route for this, it's been around for a while, but recently
Мы
Cheese,
немножко
myself, and
изменили
many other runners have switched to this route. It's about 2
путь
seconds
к этой
faster.
звезде. И она на 2 секунды быстрее.
Normally you'd keep running,
Сейчас.
you'd get the wing cap and you'd keep going that way to a different pillar, but instead you just do this triple jump here.
Yeah, now we opt to get 3 of the red coins and 1, I guess, fly, if you will, where before we did 2 and 2.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So here you can actually lose a ton of time, and you can barely tell the difference between good flying or bad flying, except right here at the end.
И это
with
был
the
хороший полет,
blocks, and that was good flying.
потому что он забрал все, можно оценить как хороший полет.
Yeah, you go too high, you miss
По
it, you have to turn
седьмой
around. If you
монете.
go too low, you'll land, and you'll have so much speed, you'll just fall into the death zone.
Nice.
That was really good.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Да,
runs.
тут можно похлопать. Это был очень хорошо.
Beautiful reds.
My heart rate went down like half. Alright, this is another quite big RNG star. Lots of coins flying everywhere.
Most of it right here. at the
Соберем
start.
100 монет и
This is actually one of
звезду
the few
секретов.
that you'll see
Okay,
a,
that was
Pretty
really good.
good RNG.
a split between the 100 coin and the red coin.
You can also get screwed over by like a pokey or two.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the reason we don't do this with reds is because we go into the pyramid. The red coins all being out. I don't even think there's not enough
there's
out. that
there's
you
not 100 outside.
can- Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think this is the first 100 without reds so far in the run.
Easy же бейт.
Can I read a quick donation?
Что-то модеры не справляются.
We have
Столько
$300
модеров в
from
чатике
Grand
не
Pooba here.
справляются.
He says,
Я слышал,
"This is
по
where Dode's
Kingdom Hearts
best."
был хороший
He also
комментатор
says,
у
"Hey,
нас
Cheese,
с нашей
can I get a
стороны.
picture after the run?"
Я очень
sure,
рад, потому что я
baby.
терпеть не могу Kingdom Hearts.
Love
На мой
Grand
взгляд,
Pooba.
самая ужасная игра, которую только можно было придумать Square Enix.
That was a pretty
Но
good outside.
все же людям нравится, так что тут ничего не сделаешь.
That part part there can be very punishing. If you miss a secret, you fall all the way down.
Yeah. Missing the third one's not too bad, but missing one or two
Нам
is really bad.
желательно не
All the way back
допустить
up
ни одной
and
монеты.
go back to get to them.
Pretty much always a reset in a real situation.
Also, there's a glitch they avoided on the Japanese version called sound glitch. Basically, after you spawn the secret star, if the first input that you do is with the joystick, or like you move before you jump, basically the game just mutes, and as soon as you get a game, the game crashes, or you get a star.
Да, очень хорошо, что был хороший комментатор. Нет ничего лучше,
So we
чем
avoided
хороший
by
комментатор.
doing a neutral jump, which is just holding the controller neutral or just not moving it at all and jumping first.
Это был,
It
кстати,
can also
прыжок
happen
вслепую,
for, wet dry
но
world secrets, but that's
никто не
very
хлопает
rare.
тоже легко.
Yeah.
Да, Совок комментил.
If you're doing everything right, it
Совок
won't happen.
суперстар,
with
по-моему.
Yeah, it'll never happen.
Alright, so this next star is like the second star, hardest star in the game.
Yeah, we need some focus,
Need some focus here, right?
some prayer.
Окей,
Oh, wait, never mind.
уровень закончился.
Yes!
38-30, да?
How does he do it? How many hours do you practice that star?
0.
38-30.
Literally 0.
Ладно, окей.
Alright,
Я
this
не
is,
буду
one of the easiest
комментировать,
stages.
какое время, потому что я не знаю точно.
Definitely the easiest basement
Они
level
объясняют,
in
что этот уровень
Minecraft.
достаточно
Yeah, it's not
простой.
necessarily too easy of a stage, but it's just overshadowed by the
Самое
fact that you just finished
важное
it.
для нас, что мы
You're the
закончили
hardest.
There's a lot of spots where you can
предыдущих
just, like,
два
land on
уровня,
the lava in
которые
2
были.
seconds.
That's not to say he has to put his guard down, because as Punkay said, yeah, there's lava, there's fireballs, a lot of stuff can go wrong, but
Не посему этот уровень просто изи должен
always
быть.
also get in the way.
So if you use enough speed here with the triple jump with the wing cap, or you just triple jump off of that thing, you can just fly over this gate and get that star. But what they intend you to do is go all the way around, and it's like a little obstacle course.
So next up, he's going to confront some bullies and take care of them.
Yeah, next 2 stars are
Я, к сожалению,
the
не
bullet
понимаю, по
ones,
какой причине не провели
the one
гонку,
with a
но
single, like, big
гонка
bully is
почти
easier
всегда
than
намного
everyone.
зрелищней. Особенно в такой компетитив игре,
That's how we feel about
в таком компетитив спидране.
Yeah, those
Но
ones you probably
не
struggle
каждый
to
день
do,
радоваться
but
гонке. Иногда
the
нужно и
speedrun
соло
yellow just
побегать.
help 'em off pretty much.
Yeah, it's a joke.
На самом деле
For-
гонка
for
сейчас
the
была
next
бы,
star, there's
наверное,
going to be 3
сыровато.
bullies,
К следующему
and
году, или
it's
может
kind of
быть уже
easy to
к
screw up, because you kind of have to be in a
АГДК
specific spot when you, like, ground pound
2018
or whatever to knock them
будет
all down.
интересно
I actually
посмотреть,
don't
потому
do
что
ground
время
pound,
должно
Single jump.
у всех
Yeah, that
раннеров,
works as
ну
well.
или
I
по
don't
крайней
know
мере у
if
этих
it's
трех
better or
опуститься
not.
ниже
It's more preference.
часа 39.
Thing is, if you don't risk doing a backflip when you do the ground pound.
Yeah, I did that
Окей,
earlier
отлично.
and lost.
You
Это
did it. That's how it
немножко
works.
быстрее, чем прыгать и граунд-паундить.
Really good lethal lava land so far.
You just jinxed it, man. What are you doing?
come on, get it together.
So for the 100 coin star, you can either do it 5th or 6th, but you use a shell and it spawns on star 5. So you actually have to do it near the end of your
Так
story.
мы
You're gonna have
отправляемся
to do it last.
прямиком в вулкан.
Alright, I can't get an invisible here.
Мы не хотим получить,
Just hope it doesn't.
врезаться в невидимую стену. Будем надеяться, он действительно не врежется.
Alright. We're good.
Относительно простая звезда.
Yeah, you can just lava boost onto that elevator, but I'm pretty sure there's another elevator around the volcano that you get on first, and then it takes you to that elevator.
Okay,
But
so
we
you could
just
be
use the boost.
you could read
Это звезда простая и относительно медленная,
потому
что нужно собрать разбросанные монеты по всему уровню. Что можете посчитать донаты?
Keep it up, man.
Milk 04.
Milk 04.
We also have $50 from PJ Kank 2. My wife and I are huge fans of cheese in Super Mario 64. Good luck today, and thanks for being a great streamer.
One thing to note too, with this, you can actually get lag in this star that's purely RNG because right off the beginning, if one of the eyeballs is looking at you, you get lag because of it for some reason. Even if you do the reductions.
I wasn't sure what that was.
Сейчас поясняют
I
Yeah.
didn't know either.
интересную вещь,
I thought it was just random.
что если в самом начале на нас посмотрит глаз,
Some flame games shooting
то
randomly.
стадия будет лагать, прямо как сейчас. Обычно она не лагает. Но в очередной раз подтверждает,
Really cool
что
movement.
рандом именно в
It's
этой
really fast and
забеге
technical.
просто не на
I
нашей
suck at
стороне.
it though.
Me too.
Beautiful.
So that was really good.
Craigasm.
All right, he's about to catch the second MIPS in just like a few seconds here. And after that, he's going to Vanish Cap. I think everyone hates that level.
There's
It
a
is
lot
one
of
the most
invis
famous,
walls.
though.
Yeah,
Invis walls
it's
and
pretty
ceilings,
funny
yeah.
that there's a lot of invis walls in Vanish Cap.
They have the vanish cap on.
Достаточно сложный
Yeah, that's actually a
заход.
pretty hard grab.
Alright, so yeah, this next stage is
Следующая
my
звезда
most hated stage.
обычно у
Start.
всех вызывает
I don't
большое
like Vanish
негодование.
Start at all. It's
Любая ошибка
any mistake
убьет
you make, you
нас.
pretty much die.
Потеря
If
времени
you die, you
здесь
don't lose that much time, but
невероятно
it's still
грандиозно.
kinda, you know, if you're going for world record
И,
or something, it's pretty much a
естественно, это
reset.
резет,
So it's quite
и это бьет по психике.
difficult.
I don't know a good way to explain like invis walls. Just sometimes they'll just do like a jump
Так
somewhere
что
and then they'll just bump
посмотрим,
into
как
a
пойдет.
wall that you can't see. There's like
I think that's a pretty great
detailed
way to explain
explanation to it.
invis walls. Is sometimes you just bonk because you do.
Most of them are kind of avoidable, but because we kind of know where they are. But sometimes you hit new ones you've never seen before.
Yeah, they don't move. They're all in the same spot every time, but just not being able to see them makes it hard to
Okay.
avoid.
He just got early alleys, so this is looking good.
Окей.
That was really good.
Nice.
Осталось собрать звезду.
Nice.
Самая простая часть. Окей, не справился. Но мы кричим Сиглемик, потому что, насколько я помню, он первый придумал этот скилл.
That was like a perfect
И
Vanish
он
Cap.
больше уже не ранит Super Mario 64, но раньше он был самым топовым раннером.
All right, upcoming stage
Mario
is Cool
64.
Mountain. It's overall really easy, but there's some unfortunate things that can happen. Like he's going to start with wall kicks or work. You can die here, which is obviously really bad. Or like on the 100 coin, you can miss like 2 coins on the slide and lose like a minute.
Что
Yeah,
ж,
so if wall
этот
kicks
мир
do
тоже
in fact
бывает
work, it's
очень
good, but if it
противным.
doesn't, then you usually die.
Yes.
Окей. Окей.
Didn't die.
That can happen
fine.
too, but it's much better than just like dying.
Backed it up really well too.
Yeah.
Хорошо, что он
That's
не
one
умер.
spot you use a backflip intentionally.
No, well, I use
Похоже, что Чиз уже смирился с тем, что
Not
время у него
that
будет
fast.
где-то около
And it's
1.44,
so-
1.45. И
Also in Rainbow
просто
Six
готов
Siege,
ко всем
that's
бэкап-стратам.
Yeah.
This is a CCM
Что
res.
отличает
This is
хорошего
on
спидранера
levels, you
от
don't do, like,
плохого?
100
Это
coins with it. In
бэкап-страты.
my opinion, this is the
Этот
hardest
парень
stage in
знает, что он
CCM.
делает, у него есть
Like,
бэкап-страты.
after this star is over, it's really easy.
Getting that coin without actually grabbing the tree is
Поэтому он
fairly precise.
вэрхолдер. Ну,
Like
Плюс
coins have
рандом,
like big
конечно.
hitboxes, and you just have to interact with the hitbox and not touch a tree. It's pretty precise.
Not bad.
окей, неплохая
Reds all around.
звезда красных монет. Дальше, насколько я помню, спуск. Самая простая звезда.
So those of you that did the slide as a kid,
Yeah, let's just skip everything.
yeah, we can just go to the bottom.
Кто в детстве так делал, тоже ставьте. Я даже не знаю, что,
If you
джибейт?
like fall down at the end, you can do a moonwalk like that.
Yeah,
It's fast.
he just clipped the edge of the ice,
Yeah.
like that little ice road, whatever you want to call that. And it changed Mario from a dive state to just falling. And if you're falling with speed and you're moving the stick, then you'll keep your speed. And he just held towards the door. It's
Ясно.
pretty tough.
So if you're ever at a party, this is probably the easiest trick to show your friends. Looks cool.
Yeah, this looks
Выглядит
like
как
crazy
супер
star,
сложно,
but
но
it's
все очень
pretty
легко.
simple. Well done.
Да, если проходил честно,
Save
ставьте
the
Feels
time.
Bad
We
Man,
got some
как
kind
High
of
But
noises
Sal.
in the crowd.
High But Sai.
Nobody? Damn. There we go.
No, because anytime anything makes a penguin noise, we throw it off the edge.
Right. Okay, it's CCM 100.
Так, 100
Can't miss
монет.
many coins.
Yeah, so this route allows for 1 coin miss. If you miss 2, you have to do the race over again. It's one of the more notorious run killers, but it's fairly easy. It's just something that everybody kind of does once in a while.
You can actually grab the red coin to the left right there. You can grab it, but it's completely optional and slow. So
Запасная красная, но
Safety red.
как
Yeah.
бы
You can, like,
вэрхолдер
newer
с
players
запасными
do it.
стратами
Yeah.
точно не пользуется,
So he can miss
только
1 coin. You're gonna
бэкапными,
intentionally miss 1 coin on the
потому
slide.
что вэрхолдер.
Yeah, because if you don't, then the star is higher up when you grab it. All right, he's
Он
pretty
может
safe,
пропустить
dude.
2
Like,
монеты,
he
если
can
что.
ES and miss 2.
Yeah, those right there are the 2 spots where you normally would miss 1.
Ему нужно пропустить будет хотя бы одну, я так помню. Он пропустит одну
I'll
специально.
intentionally miss 1 here.
Обычно в чате, сейчас наверняка в основном чате
So if he
написано
got that coin, then the star would have
missed
just spawned
coin,
1 coin earlier and made it a little harder to grab and
missed
a little
coin,
slower potentially.
100%.
And you actually have to
Чат
be able to
сходит
hear
с ума.
right there to make sure you
Потому
don't
что это
bump into the
самое,
penguin too.
Yeah, so what happens there is kind of
типа,
like
самое
so after
прикольное
I
в
spawn
этом,
star,
то,
you
что
can hear the
пропустил
penguin
монету.
coming down, and sometimes the penguin can come really late, like finish the race really late, and if you long jump too early, the
Если
penguin will
прыгнуть
push
слишком
you
рано,
off,
то
and you
пингвин вас
die.
столкнет.
So once you just listen to the
И
penguin and you hear it
случится
coming, you're
габела.
pretty much safe, and you could just long jump to
А не
the
2
star.
звезды плюс.
Yeah, if you grab that star, if you grab the 100 coin star before the penguin comes down, he'll just push you off. You'll get the 100 coin star, but you'll just get pushed off and then instantly teleported to the bottom of the level and then die. Unless you're really lucky, then you might not get pushed off.
You can read a donation if you want. This is a really like. simple
Простая
story.
звезда,
Sure. We've got
которая
$100
ничего
from Pun
не
Mom
везет.
and Pun Dad.
Oh
Ты
my
так нам
God.
задонатил.
This is from Puncation's Mom and Dad.
Pun
Lovely
Dad.
Cheezo5 and simply and especially Puncation.
Thank you.
Aw.
Или
Time to get off the
отец
couch and get in the chair for the world record,
шуточек.
son.
Oh.
Как можно было перевести бы? Каламбур,
They
ламбур.
say hugs from Pun Mom and Pum Dad, and 9ball says hi.
Бэкапсы это скорее небезопасное
So a lot
прохождение,
of people ask, during that last
если
star,
что-то
he
пошло не
grabbed
так.
17 coins, and you'd think, isn't it slow to grab coins because they count up after you get a star? But unless you get, I don't know, maybe it's 50, somewhere
like
around
60
50.
something.
То, что ты назвал, это сейф страт.
You won't lose time
На мой
when you're
взгляд.
grabbing coins because they count up
Да,
while he's doing
писать.
his little animation with his hat.
Очередной
If you get 100
уровень
coins,
под
then
названием
you'll still make it in time. It's like between 60 to 99,
FU,
you'll lose time. And then if you get a ton of coins after 100.
This star is called Going
Потому
to Ghost
что-
Hunt. There's two door clips you
Просто
can do.
потому
I
что
don't
потому.
think he's going to do any of them. You can do one right there.
Нужно уничтожить всех
They both
призраков
save a
первый
little bit
раз.
of time, but they're kind of hard. That optimization right there, where you jump dive across, that's fairly new. It
called
saves
the
like
Lucas
half a
strat.
second.
Ну, спасибо, Кирлин, за объяснение.
Because a guy named Lucas found it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So you could do another clip here. And the way the clips work is if you kill a boo, you have to wait a little bit before they'll talk because you have to wait for them to actually die. Like, he'll kill this boo, but the star doesn't spawn until then because the boo hit the wall or they need to go a certain distance before they poof away. And if they're in the middle of that and you're waiting for the
О,
text,
у Чиза
you can
начали
just go
потеть
through
руки,
doors.
и он начал
So you use a long jump to clip through
взял
them, but he
кофту.
didn't go for them because he doesn't
Блядь,
fit.
для чего?
Yeah, we're just kind of in the process into, I guess, implementing it into runs. I think a few players do it now.
Да,
Yeah,
вот то, что сказал Драколич.
to do it in
Это
runs.
сейф страта. А бэкап страта, если ты уже
known for a while.
зафейлил свою страту и делаешь
I guess one
тогда...
little tiny thing to note
запасной
too is if
вариант.
you ever have a set of 2 doors, like when he enters the house,
Представим, что ты зафейлил босса.
going through the left door actually has a cutscene
Подожди.
opening that's 0.3 seconds shorter. So we're gonna do that any chance we can.
Yeah, if you go through the left, he pushes it. If he goes to the right, he pulls it, opens it.
Но по-другому,
Too
если
slow.
не проходить, чтобы не потратишь. Ну, скажем, если ты зафейлил босса, то ты уже,
That was
получается,
terrible
зафейлил.
RNG.
Тогда тебе нужно делать бэкап.
Should be back in
А
time.
если ты боишься
Yeah, you
зафейлить,
have a lot of
тогда тебе надо
room
делать
for
сейф.
error here.
Yeah. But getting locked out there is one of the bigger time losses you can have.
Yeah, if you spend too much time out back there, you can't clip back through that wall that he went through without the vanish cap. So you have
Очень
to go all the way to
важно
the front of the
выполнять
house.
многие действия здесь на таймере, потому что шапка невидимости не бесконечная. Кирвин, не может быть, что сейф и бэкап стратегия одно и то же. Бэкап — это когда ты зафейлил. А сейф — это когда ты боишься зафейлить.
You could read a couple donations.
Две разные вещи же.
Sure. We have $50
Он
from
пропустил все
Blog
монеты,
Tobin.
красавый мужик.
Gotta donate during Cheese's run. I've
Feels
been regularly watching his
bad,
stream for the
man.
past few months, and his dedication and progress is truly inspiring. Put this towards Portal 2 because more games are always better than less. We have $100 from Sideria7. Back in '96, my brother would set his alarm to go off at 1 a.m. and wake me up so we could
да,
sneak
может быть.
downstairs and play Super Mario 64
Окей,
without
он не
my mom
провалился.
knowing.
Хорошо.
Looking forward to TikTok clock and an
Самое
amazing
неприятное,
run.
что могло
Good luck,
случиться,
and
это
may
бы он
RNG be with you.
улететь.
Oh my god.
И
That could have been
потерять
very
бы очень
bad.
много времени.
You can really bonk there sometimes, and it's kind of weird.
Вай,
If
вай!
you fall all the way down, that's called, I guess, to factory.
Все ваш провинциальный
Like a
Питер.
minute.
Yeah. So that was incredibly
Он, кстати, не
close.
так далеко от Эстонии.
Glad it didn't happen.
Ни на что не намекаю, но мы не заразны.
Otherwise, a good 100.
Yeah, tricky stuff is out of the way now.
Yeah, just falling onto that last red is kind of a weird thing.
So I wanted to bring up that something that last donation said, and that's Cheese's improvement over the last few months. If you go from April 2016 to April 2017, Cheese improved the world record time over
Не
6
достал,
individual
обидно.
times. He got his
Потерял
own
опять
world
время.
record over himself during that time. So yeah, he's
Самое
an
интересное
incredibly rapidly improving player.
в новом вейре это то, что сыр его получил. Было час
Yeah, one of the
39,
fastest, if not the
57.
fastest improving
И на
players.
следующий день получил в рекорд Пункей, побив его
This is
на
where you
10
truly
секунд,
see
по-моему.
that stupid
И
hitboxes
на
sometimes.
следующий день, после того дня, его побил снова сыр.
Could be more donations.
И сейчас рекорд, который
All
это
right, we have
последний, когда он побил его.
$200 from Herfadurfa. This is the first AGDQ I've been able to attend, and it's been an awesome experience. Thanks to all runners, staff, and attendees for making it such a great experience. Money goes towards unlocking Portal 2. And we have $150 from Oh My Swan. Donated a little already, but have to donate more now because 1. Mario and Zelda hype, and 2.
Ну, у
Portal
нас,
2
похоже,
needs to
donation
happen, and 3.
incentive.
It's a good
Это
cause, so
Portal
why
2,
not?
окей.
Thanks, Oh My Swan.
I guess here's kind of a good time to explain how the eyeballs actually work.
Самое важное, что
To get
должно
them to look at
случиться,
you, you
это
basically
глаз
have to
должен
be
посмотреть
looking
на
back at
нас.
them.
Если
So
он на
if
нас
you're facing
посмотрел,
away,
мы
they'll
можем
just keep
сразу
spinning
закручивать его.
So
Это
you
всё.
can cut your corners close and have it so you're just barely facing the pupil of the eye.
По-моему, последняя звезда осталась, если я правильно помню. Нет, еще две. Окей. Красные монеты уже были. Ага, у нас большой бу остался, точно. И потом еще одна простая звезда. Одна. Я тоже не играл на N64, я играл на эмуляторе уже где-то в 2004 году.
Before you long jump, Mario's in
На
a
первых
crouching
ПК.
state, and that when he's in that state, he can actually do damage. So you use that state, and then you long jump, and then you move with the boo, and then you slide down, and when you're sliding, you also do damage. And the star instantly spawns because he pushed the boo into the wall.
Играем
So
на
like,
японском
depending on where you
еще.
kill a boo, the star will either spawn right away or it'll take a couple seconds.
So I'm gonna purposely save after this star just in case like something happens and the game crashes or anything.
Если игра
I'll
вдруг
have a save
закрэшится,
file.
у нас есть сейф-файл.
I always do that.
Но этого не должно случиться ни в коем случае.
So coming up is probably one of the hardest stars for beginners.
56 минут, окей. Upstairs
There's
или
a lot of
подъем на
things that
лестницу
they'll just lose minutes on. There's some
должен
precise
случиться
jumps. You'll also notice a lot
для
of
хорошего рана в час 03, для среднего рана час
Yeah, I definitely
04,
struggled
по-моему,
with
или час
Diadox
05,
100 when I was fairly new.
для суперского рана
But
час
when you
02.
get pretty good, it's not nearly as hard in my opinion.
Так что
There's
смотрим.
a couple of big tricks, but besides that, it's a lot of swimming. But even the swimming can be hard too.
There's still some like kind of precise things you can screw up and lose a lot of time on though.
Сейчас мы можем пропустить
So in the
одну
beginning
монету.
here, he can miss one coin and be okay. So ideally, you don't want to miss any of these first 17 or so. But once you get to the rings, you can be a little more crazy with your swimming to save time.
We've got $100 from Critical Everything, donating for this SM64 run. This was easily my favorite game as a kid, and I'm having a blast seeing it destroyed today.
You do a ton of lag reduction here. You just hold C left.
В очередной раз обращает внимание на то, как
Yeah,
нужно
if
держать
floating the
камеру,
sub, if you
чтобы
keep
было
the
как можно
camera
меньше
facing
лагов.
forward, it lags. Probably one of the laggiest parts of the game if you don't do
Yeah.
anything.
The N64 hates
Nintendo
the
64
submarine
просто
here.
ненавидит субмарину, которая плавает в этом доте.
So coming up after some
Сейчас
sub, there's
будет,
gonna be two big tricks. There's called front sub, which is just a way to get on the sub from the front. And then there's a
Два
frame size triple jump
важных
low kick he's gonna do.
прыжка.
Those are both
Один
really
из них
difficult.
сложный, другой не такой сложный.
And I don't know if you mentioned, but the intended strat to get all these reds is, I don't know what star you need to do to get the poles to spawn, but there's move-in poles that will spawn at some point.
The submarine disappears when you do fire C, and doesn't that make the pole spawn or something?
Окей, это был очень важный прыжок.
Yeah, once you do fire, I'm pretty
Это был
sure
очень
you
важный
get
прыжок.
the
Yeah.
That triple jump. That triple jump dive back there, that's kind of precise. You basically have to triple jump like near the edge of the submarine. So if you like overshoot it a little bit, you just slide
Ссылка
down
в ВК есть,
like
по-моему.
15 to 20 seconds.
Посетите нашу группу.
That's a good thing you got it.
And if you undershoot it, you just won't make it onto the platform.
Там часто постится много
pretty good.
интересной
Yeah,
информации.
Yeah, that was one of the better ones.
Можете больше узнать о нас, больше узнать
So
о
next up, there's just
спидранах в
two
общем.
swimming stars, pretty basic. If you have time, if
Ну
you have
и,
any
естественно,
donations,
БГТК.
Okay, we do. We have $200 from Carday 1842. Cannot count the number of hours spent trying to beat Super Mario 64. Feels good to see it destroyed. I also have $1,000
еще
from
1000 задонатили.
Red 28. He says, long-time watcher, first-time donator. A great cause and amazing runs in some of my favorite games like Mario 64 make this a must to finally donate. Looking forward to the bonus runs in Breath of the Wild and hopefully Portal 2. Special shout out to the people behind the scenes who deliver us another successful GDQ. Greetings from Germany.
So here's gonna do the sub star, the star that's on the sub, and that's
Хорошо,
gonna
шутка
spawn
мне
Fire
нравится.
Sea, which is the second Bowser stage. It's very technical.
I like to point out that you can go to the left here instead of the right, which is called front sub. It's quite a bit
Классный
harder
парень.
than the strat that he's going to do. It only saves like a second, and it can punish you like really hard if you screw it up. Because if you screw it up, you're going to get a lot of lag, and it's hard to
Я
time
думаю,
the
он
jump
должен...
going up.
Он
So
не
most
пошел.
people, just about everyone
Мне
uses
обидно,
strat
что он
here.
опять не пошел.
Yeah, this is
Безопасная
not
страта.
too hard at all.
Он пошел по
This strat's
суперсейв
super
страте.
safe.
Он обещал, с его слов, я и сказал, что он будет делать
Alright, we
все
got
трудные
Fire
трюки,
C
потому что он
coming
реально
up.
обещал.
Like
Лайер.
Sean said, very fast and
Предатель.
technical, really crazy stage. You can
Очень
lose
обидно.
lots of time here. It like depends on what cycle you get.
Ну, мне
through.
кажется, он просто
Yeah,
горит
so I guess to
уже.
explain how it's cycle
Потому
based,
что
there's an
спидран
elevator
очень
in the
не
second
задался.
level that goes up and down.
Он легко
If you use the
уложится в
fast one, which is
1.55. Я
called
говорю,
lava
этот
boost,
ран
basically you boost on the lava and you
сейчас
get on the
идет
elevator
на
as it's going up. That's the
1.43
fastest
или
thing.
42 пейс.
And
Если
if you
он
just make a tiny
еще
mistake,
где-нибудь заруинит, то это
you
будет
probably can't get
1.45.
that cycle anymore, and it actually loses a pretty good chunk
Но
of time.
больше за 1.45 он, скорее
Yeah,
всего, не
this
выйдет.
should be lava boost early at least. But
Definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
All right, that's lava boost early at least.
So that alone is really hard, but this ending part is also.
Окей, он попал в цикл, хорошо.
This is called good ending if he gets
Хорошо
it.
бы здесь тоже нормально прыжки сделать.
Land onto
Окей.
this
Yeah,
elevator right
when
here.
you land,
there.
when you launch up onto that platform and you don't grab onto the ledge, that's like this is like a perfect fire C.
This is
Almost.
absolutely insane.
that was the only mistake.
Very good fire C.
Все пришло как нужно.
And that side flip that he did back there, when he grabbed red coin number 6, I think that's fairly new. It's like better to do that when then you make this cycle like a little slow, I think.
Поднимется на лестницу в час
But yeah, as someone who's watched Cheese
и
run this game since 2 weeks after he
4:30
started,
где-то, в
and
районе
watch
этого
him just
времени.
go
Может
after
быть,
Fire
ровно
Sea again and again,
4.
that was absolutely insane.
Okay. So from here on out, you can read lots of donations, or for like the next like 2 minutes, they're not really much exciting parts.
Условно говоря, VR possible.
All right, we've got $200 from DDR Coder. I'm loving this.
Но ошибок вообще не должно
run.
быть.
This goes
Просто
towards
вообще ни
Portal
одной.
2. Though it looks like we've got a ways to go before we hit that instead.
А, нет,
Go
он еще должен
donate,
пару звезд
people.
собрать, лол.
I agree.
3 звезды еще.
We have Mr. Pobo,
Это даже не
who gives
1.04 будет, это
$25 and just says,
1.07.
Mamma mia.
So I guess one thing to note here with the Manta Star, these
1.07
rings can,
или
their
1.08.
hitboxes are really weird.
Не, VR не
Um,
possible,
and
скорее
if you
всего.
don't get those first
Слишком много
5,
времени
the sixth
потеряно.
one's okay, but if you miss there, you can go right through the next few rings and they just won't even register. So you basically have to do laps around with the Manta.
This star coming up is another one of the Jetstream stars that I think Punke mentioned earlier in Jolly Roger Bay.
JRB,
where
Jolly
you're
Roger
intended to
Bay.
get the metal cap, but
Я давно не
if you
слышал
swim
этого
off the wood, then
названия.
you just have enough speed and you're able to fight against the Jetstream.
Бухта
Yeah, and this one's harder than
Роджера
Jolly Roger
Джерри.
Bay because the star's actually lower.
Yeah, it's much harder.
Yeah, and you actually have to go through rings to activate the star.
Yeah.
Instead of just
Я
swimming.
не знаю, как Роджер переводится на самом деле.
Yeah,
Роджер тоже как-то
sometimes when you
переводится.
start going down, you can like do it like too late, and so even if you
Что-то
can
вроде
down
капитана.
after that, then you'll like go past
Но
the
не
star.
капитана.
Yeah, it's a technique called fast swim that you've seen a few times, and it's starting your next stroke just at the exact right time.
That was really good. Yeah.
Тут не стоит хлопать, это несложное место.
It's so easy to get pushed out of that jet stream. You need to swim, like if you don't get it like that, trying to get back into the jet stream, you have to swim at a very weird angle to get the star.
If you screw up one swim, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it looks like he'll be going upstairs just over an hour and 5 minutes. So overall, this is
Для марафона, да, это
really good
неплохая,
run for a marathon.
неплохой спидран. Но
So
вообще
here, I'm pretty sure
такое
the
себе.
name of the star is Collect the Caps.
Ему нужна невидимая
And as you'll
шляпа.
see, he's going to come up and get Vanish Cap, and to the left you can see Metal Cap, but we didn't hit the switch, so there's no cap there. So you're intended to get both
Если вы
those caps
проходили
and
этот
then run
уровень,
over
то
to
вам
this
нужно
gate,
две
but it's just
шляпы
faster to swim over it.
металлическую.
Using the metal
И
cap in the
невидимую.
water is not actually that fast because it takes him a long time to drop to the bottom, and then running is not that fast.
Но плыть
Yeah, noise
быстрее.
dropping, you can't move forwards or backwards.
Yeah. So here he's going to go back in the stage and then quit the level. It's the fastest way to get to the lobby.
А, окей.
Bring him back up.
Значит, я правильно тайминги сделал. Это 1.05. 15.
So upstairs portion.
Начинается самая
this is where
сложная
the
часть
hardest part,
спидрана.
RNG and stuff starts getting really prominent.
And in a run, you'll be getting.
Если
pretty
это
nervous
хороший
at this
забег,
point too,
то
especially if it's a good
будете
run.
нервничать.
Even like now, I'm nervous.
That being said, Cheese's upstairs is pretty legendary, so compared to like shifting Sandland and HMC, I'm less concerned because this is always just such a treat to watch.
Yeah, they've
И
just
в
recently
последнее время
upstairs quite a bit.
все
And now they're at the point
топовые
where they're able
раннеры
to do, from when you
улучшают
touch the door to
время
the end,
именно
under
в
30
следующих
minutes.
стадиях, которые будут, начиная с
Pretty
этой.
insane.
For that side flip triple jump wall kick he did, what you have to do is you have to delay like the second jump so that your angle changes. And if you, it's like kind of tricky to time it, but that's how that works. Like your angle changes with a delay.
Yeah, and he'll do it again here. For whatever reason, after a side flip, you can wait quite a while before you do your double jump.
See right there.
So he had a weird angle with the side flip, but he just fixes it with the double jump.
Очень неприятный уровень,
The
много
camera
высот и
gives you
много
allows you to
плавания.
just hold straight up for the double jump portion.
You lose a lot of time if you screw up that on either of those stars. Probably like 10 seconds, but
In practice, I saw him mess it up a couple of times, and it's like you barely even know what to do to get back there.
yeah, it sucks.
If you react fast enough, you can hold back and grab that ledge, but it's pretty hard to react to.
Сейчас мы будем собирать
Alright, this
секреты.
is a Wet Dry World Secrets. Like I said earlier, like if you screw up badly, your game can actually like freeze here because of the
Есть
sound
японская-
Japanese only.
Японский глич со звуками,
Probably won't happen.
но
Yeah, it's super
Ну, это
fun.
не должно случиться, потому что...
I've actually done it in a race before when I hadn't saved the entire time. So
Потому что это не должно
basically a
случиться.
guaranteed forfeit.
As long as you get that long jump under the box, you're good.
Yeah, just long jump
Окей,
here.
все в
We're
порядке.
good.
You're good.
Nice with dry world so far.
100 coin is next. This 100 coin doesn't have much RNG really.
Сейчас будет
Very technical,
100-монетная
One of them
звезда.
more
That's an
technical.
understatement.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
one of the
that's
ones that
sложно.
looks quite simple actually, but there's an insane amount of tiny little optimizations that he does.
I don't think it looks simple at all. I think it's pretty complicated.
Well, you make it look simple.
I'll take that.
Это очень хорошо прыгает. Его не задевает электричество. Оптимизация камеры.
So you start at the top by getting
Okay.
a lot of the fast coins. A lot of the secret boxes give a lot of coins, 10 coins from each of those boxes, and then he comes down here to get the reds and the rest of the 100.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the boxes. If you go too fast, you'll miss a coin or two, and you have to like kill. You either have to like chase the coin or kill one of the spiders in this town area. There's a recent optimization back at that part where basically with the same side flip that destroys the box, you can do with that same side flip.
Until that was near flawless.
Yeah, that was
Почти
insanely
идеально.
good until then.
So here he's going to grab the star and clip up onto the ledge.
Ну, отлично. Это
If
оптимизация,
you're right next
если
to a
ты
wall and you
находишься
grab a star
почти
and you do a big enough jump, you'll just
вплотную
land
со
up on the
стеной,
ledge, and
то звезда тебя
it's
вытолкнет
just
вверх.
faster than ground pounding the star there and then jumping up on the ledge.
One of the very few times that jumping completely is faster.
Килим, кстати, ты смотрел?
If you have a donation or two, this is probably a good time to read it.
Okay, we have $500 from Witness the Klutz. They say, this is my wife and I's second GDQ, and we love watching runners do their thing. We actually just played Portal 2 together for the first time last week. Put this money towards Portal 2. We've got $170 from Delphina, $10 for every death in Super Panga World. Mario runs always have the best runners, best couches, and most interesting strats. Loving this SM64 run.
So this part right here, it's very hard to actually do well. It's like there's a lot of tiny little mistakes you can make during this part, and usually when you do it, it snowballs into more mistakes. So it's good that he did that part well there.
One thing to note about Wet Dry World is depending on where you enter the portrait, the water level changes. So for that star, he entered with a backflip, but now for this star, he entered very low, so the water will be non-existent pretty much. It'll be a very dry world.
A good thing now is that extended periods of swimming is like over now. Like you do a little more swimming, but not much at all. Something like TTM and THI.
Almost dropped my controller.
So now he's going into THI or Tiny Huge Island. And if you go in this left painting, which we will always do for every star, it'll start in the tiny world. But if you go to the right, you'll go to the huge world.
Yeah, the only scenario where it's actually faster to enter the big painting is when you do the red coins by itself, but that is not done in 120 star because it's paired with 100 coin. Some players opt to do it in 70 star.
Nice.
That was really good.
So if that water, that little puddle at the top of the mountain wasn't there, he would have just clipped through and fell down and died, but it's always there. And when you clip into water, you just teleport to the top. And if you have enough speed and you do a dive, you can clip through that mountain. And he'll do that later in the huge version of the world.
This star has quite a bit of RNG to it because you have to kill a lot of Goombas and they can just like walk wherever they want to.
Also, for the big Goombas, you always want to ground pound them because they give you a blue coin. If you just jump, which sometimes players will do by accident, you just get a yellow coin.
Yeah, or if you accidentally bonk into a Goomba while trying to ground pound, it'll just knock you in the air, and then you'll also hit the Goomba, and then you'll have to go ground pound to back up Goomba, which is quite slow.
So what happened there with that second Goomba, I got really scared because it was really close, so I just stayed close to the gate. And some weird stuff happened, but I didn't mess it up, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's about the best way to explain it. Some weird stuff.
That's kind of Super Mario 64 in a nutshell, as far as the speedrun.
For that part, I don't know if anyone's figured it out yet, but the fly guy can go towards you early when you jump over there, which is pretty bad. I wish I knew like why he does that.
Depends which direction you're facing.
That's what I've heard, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. This feels random.
Reds here are a little scary. If you
Yeah.
fall, you lose like 2 minutes.
It
minute
wasn't
and a
that
half.
scary. He didn't do the sicko kick.
So there's a tiny little optimization there called Sicko Kick, which is very precise, and Punkei goes for it and runs.
Yeah, it's just instead of side flip diving and rolling out to the blue coin switch, you just do a single jump and a kick, and it's super scary.
And after you do a kick, you can't grab onto a ledge. So if you don't make it up, you just die.
Gotta save
That was a
those
nice
frames,
100.
though.
This has been a good THI so far.
Yes.
Those are pretty much the hardest stars of this level. The rest are not too bad.
For that, if you just side flip while holding like right or whatever, you can clip through the thing at the top. You can also clip through that. You can clip through a lot of things in this game.
Yeah, so basically he just clipped through the wall and then swam directly into the loading zone.
Yeah, what you're meant to do is ground pound the top of the tiny island, and that drains the water. And then you come to the huge island and you walk all the way up there and go in the hole. But the hole is always there, so you clip through and then swim into it.
And all the mini-boss fights are incredibly hard in this game.
The only hard boss fight is the last one, where you have to throw Bowser.
Curly Koopa is the most difficult boss.
Agreed. So he's going to do that clip again for this star. I don't do the strat. I don't know. You don't
I
do
don't
the
do
strat
it either. I just know
Yeah,
that
it's a really,
it's a little
it's
optimization.
quite difficult.
It's super cool looking. It's super fast.
On top of being hard to do, it saves a small enough amount of time that even if you do it slowly, it's just the same speed as doing the other strat.
So
That was
that's it.
quick. That was
Yeah,
very
that was
good.
nice.
This is a good THI.
Buttery.
Buttery, yes. I agree.
Smooth.
Extremely.
Beautiful. Elegant.
Tremendous.
All right, so we have some time for donations.
All right, we have a $1,392.80 donation from Fish Sticks. He says, had to save the big donation for my favorite speedrun, Mario 64, 120 star. Big ups to Cheese and all the M64 runners for pushing this game so much further than anyone thought possible. And to all the GDQ organizers, volunteers, runners, attendees, and viewers online, you are awesome and should feel awesome. Peace, Fish Sticks.
So coming up, here's the second race with Koopa the Quick. Semi-recently, we started actually doing this race by using the shell from the little Koopa. They used to just actually do a route where you'd run the entire way. It improves your race time by about usually 4 to 5 seconds maybe, which maybe saves like a second or two real time or whatever.
Yeah, same thing. Once you finish, the Koopa goes faster, so the faster you finish the race, the better.
A good race time is probably sub 14.
Yeah, any 13 is good.
And if you're one with the shell, you can get a 12.
It's not going to be 13.
A weird mechanic with shells is if you can be going very slow, and if you go on a slope and you're angled going down the slope and you jump, you gain a ton of speed.
Yeah,
So we try to use slopes whenever we can when we're using a shell to speed it up. And
Yeah.
every jump with a shell also increases your speed.
Yeah, he'll utilize the using a slope to gain speed in Snowman's Land as well, in the 100 coin star.
All right, the next level is TTM, aka Telltale Mountain.
AKA
A lot of people hate this level.
Yeah, it's my most hated level. I always have problems with it. For me, it's the hardest level, but it's either you do it well or you don't, really.
Yes!
Beautiful form.
All right, so here's
He's gonna
breezeless.
try breezeless, and you want to like triple jump at like the peak height of it, really. And if you do it right, you'll see what happens.
Very close.
So if he was just a little bit higher there, the ground pound would have clipped him up into the fence.
Yeah,
and
the
then-
whole reason it works is because of that fence, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
believe-
honestly not sure like how it works exactly. I have like I don't think I've ever really gotten it consistently. It's just one of those tricks where you get it or you don't really.
Yeah, luckily it's a small time saver, and you don't lose a ton for failing it either. I think it's about 4 seconds, I'd say, is roughly.
Speaking of
Even less.
weird things that work, just jumping into the wall.
That's called log wheel kick. It's been around for a long time. Runners didn't start doing it until like, I don't know, a couple years back or something. It saves like around 1.5 each time you do it. But I think back to breezes, I think it originated as like a TAS strat because of how hard it is. You need like a ridiculous amount of height with your triple jump. So TTM has some pretty difficult stuff.
So this trick right here is called mountain clip. He jump dives at the peak of the slope. It clips him through, and he lands into that water. And whenever you land into water, you just get teleported to the top. So he immediately goes to the top of the water.
Yeah, there's two bodies, or well, I'm not 100% sure, but like there's one body that's lower, and then there's one that's higher, and if you just swim from the lower one to the higher one, it just warps you up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what he does is he'll just jump dive straight into the higher one. But they're both pretty fast. But if you're doing a jump dive, it's faster to go into the higher one.
Yeah, the mountain clip basically entirely breaks this level, which is good for the speedrun.
Okay, so for this star, like, you want to grab the monkey when the monkey's on like the slope so that you can, yeah, like that. So you can keep a hold onto the monkey so that you can jump here and ground pound with a lot of height. And the monkey will just quickly talk to you instead of having to wait for the monkey to go all the way down the mountain. It saves like, I don't know, 20 plus, it's a lot.
Yeah, he gives you two options when you grab him. He either says, let me go, or hold on to him. And what we did was we let him go, but since we're on the slope, it didn't let him go, so the game thought he was doing his... Because what he'll do is you'll let him go and he'll walk all the way down and then he'll talk to you. But we kind of tricked the game into thinking that he already did it, and we just did a precise, not that precise, but kind of a precise ground pound.
Yeah, and if you fail the ground pound, he can do some weird things. Sometimes he'll just go up to the top of the mountain and start spinning in circles, and you can't talk to him.
As long as you have the right angle there, that one's not too bad.
Yeah, that one's pretty much a guarantee. That doesn't stop me from clenching every time I see it done,
Every
though.
time. So here we have another classic, 100 plus reds. Some of the coolest movement in the game, I think, is these upcoming reds and
Yeah.
coins.
Oh, I need those points.
Round two. Yes.
Okay, not too shabby.
Good backup.
We'll come back for that star later. We need to go into the slide to get many coins.
Yeah, so you want to miss one coin on the slide and exit with 99. There's a lot of backups if you miss coins though. They don't lose too much, but
Yeah, if you miss 2 coins, you just kill 2 bombs. If you miss 3, you can either kill all 3 bombs or just go for the Chuckya.
there's also 5 coins on a bridge that's about the same speed as the Chuckya.
And you miss a coin here because if you don't, then the 100 coin star will like spawn on the slide, which is a disaster, obviously.
There's a way to spawn it and get it and still survive, but let's say he didn't miss a coin and you weren't aware that that happened, but like if you're running, you're aware, but it would spawn right here and then you could get the star, but he would be turned towards the camera back that way and he would just slide backwards and die. You wouldn't have enough speed to make it over the gap. So we get our last coin here from a bomb.
And the jump to the red coin star is cluttered with invis walls, but we usually have different ways to avoid them.
You go right then left. and
Yeah.
You usually avoid it.
You'll kind of arch his long jump here.
Yeah, like that.
That was good.
Good TTM all around. It's a very difficult stage to pull everything off, so.
All right, Snowman's Land is coming up. This area is really fast. Lots of fast stars. The 100 coin probably has the most RNG throughout the entire run, so I personally really do not like doing it.
It's a really, really good stage except for 100 coin. I think most runners hate that star.
I also hate Snowman's Head.
Yeah.
That wall kick is very tough to do. That was very nice. If you go too high, you'll bonk. If you go too low, it's just kind of weird. It's a very small wall that you're trying to wall kick on.
Yeah, I think Punkay mentioned like it's an extremely fast stage. Like it's just it's gone in a second, and so it's kind of like a speedrunner's dream with how movement intensive it is.
Yeah. Every single star, if done well, except for 100 coin, is under 20 seconds.
That to me is like the hardest star in the game, so I'm glad I didn't mess that up.
Yeah, the camera in the igloo is absolutely atrocious, so handling it well is very difficult.
You can read a quick donation if you want.
Okay, I've got a quick one. We got $100 from Pangea Panga.
Yeah, Panga.
He says, this is for Dode, destroying my butt in Super Panga World. Also, hi, Simply.
Hey, Panga.
For that star he just did, if you don't bonk into the box like that, if you time your ground pound, then it saves like a second over like the easy guaranteed strat. It's a
Ну
pretty cool
чудо.
optimization, though.
Я не знаю, на что-то вернуло.
Yeah, this is an
Его.
RNG fest. That was really good.
Да.
Insanely good.
Thank you, Moneybag.
That's the kind of RNG you never get if you're on a good run.
But basically, you kill a bunch of enemies throughout this 100 coin, and you kill 2 money bags, and the money bags can get like heavily impacted by RNG. Like every coin can just go like flying in different
Да,
directions.
пришлось
It's, like,
поставить,
the
потому
worst.
что
Yeah, I
комментировать.
don't really actually feel like it's RNG. I feel like
Спасибо,
it's
Кирлиму.
like the RNG is just hateful every single time.
Я не могу
Unless
позвонить.
you're on a bad run, then
Если
it
бы я
makes
мог
you-
позвонить, я бы
It doesn't
мог
matter
позвонить
then.
сам. Но я не смог позвонить.
I need this Goomba.
He killed that Goomba so that he has an extra coin. So if he gets screwed over by the money bag, then he can hopefully like. By screwed over by the money bag, I mean one of the coins can go into like the ice under the bully.
Самое ужасное,
and
что
can't
может
really,
случиться,
like,
как я уже
get it,
сказал,
'cause
в
it
этой
disappears
100%.
immediately. So if
В
one coin
этом
goes there,
100
and he gets all
монетном,
the others, he'll be
в этом
fine.
100 монетной
That's why he
звезде,
killed the Goomba.
это
So he's going to utilize using the slope to get speed on the.
если нас
shell
будут
again.
троллить мешочки с голдой. А,
A noticeable increase in speed there after the slope jump.
Или цветочки будут разбрасываться монетами, но ладно.
Okay, so here's the second money bag.
Не очень хорошо.
That one wasn't great.
Not the greatest, but
Все
it
еще
could
неплохо.
have gone much worse there.
It's still nice to have an extra coin because for the last spin drift he's about to kill, you can get very bad RNG and a coin can fall, but he just has to grab 2 now. So this is
Okay,
pretty
easy.
safe.
Alright, it was good RNG,
was
but I
nice.
wanted to make sure, so I grabbed an extra coin.
The marathon safe strat.
Да, запись продолжается.
The only
God.
save
Зарядили
that I've done for the
картридж.
run so far.
Yeah, you've been actually
Есть чем
going
выпить.
pretty like flat out the entire time.
Yeah, I'm doing all the strats that I can, you know. to
Okay,
show
this
it off.
next star is like really intense. It takes like 100 hours of practice to get it
I
down.
think you mean 1,000.
I was pretty off, sorry.
Простая звезда.
Wow, he did it.
Ну как же они хлопают на простых
Oh my goodness. How is he
звездах.
so good?
Просто легенда.
God
Legend.
gamer.
That's why he's the world record holder right there.
Похоже, еще и модеры умерли. Клево.
Here we have another joke of a boss coming up.
That was hard.
That's the real thousands of hours.
Ей, по-моему, это конец.
All right, he's going
Мы
to
отправляемся в самую
Tippy, which is
верхушку.
like the tip top of the castle. It's just like the
Осталось
last
всего
stages
17 звезд
in the game or like in this
и
run. And it's
2
very
стадии
difficult. There's
и
a lot
одна
of
бонусная.
precise parts. You can lose a lot of time or like die, especially in Rainbow Riot.
I guess one thing to know, I think it was the last time we had a 120 race here between these three. And they had a total of 3 deaths in Cloud Stage, which spawn you outside the castle.
This stage gives me nightmares.
2 of which by Simply.
Yeah, if you fall down here,
Если
then
здесь
you lose,
упасть,
like,
то
it's like a
потеряешь
minute
от
to
минуты до
minute
минуты
30 seconds.
30
Thanks for making me
секунд. И
nervous.
это да.
Anytime.
You're
Это
welcome.
хахамда. Хахамда.
Because if you fall, you'll just land all the way back to where you
Вас
started the
отправят
game,
в сады.
out in the courtyard.
Это реально
For the
долго
third red
возвращаться.
coin back there, there's a pretty unsafe strat where you don't land on the cloud and you just fly and grab it like you did in SSL earlier. But no one really does it, at least in like a really good run, because you can just like land on Mario's like belly and then slide off. Your run's over.
Ogre.
I don't think he does a strat here, does he?
No.
Do you want to talk about it simply?
So he's going to get this coin first, and then he's going to get the coin that's under the pole. But there's another strat that it saves either a second or 2 seconds, where you get that coin first that he just got, and then you go and get the other coin. So you do a little.
Есть
triple jump and
небольшая
you turn around and get
оптимизация,
that
которую
coin
они
and then go
объяснили.
over.
И она сохранит
That's
пару
the strat
секунд.
that I
The
do,
point
but
of that part was to skip grabbing the pole, but it's very, very difficult.
yeah.
You survived. Nicely done.
Yeah, that's only the really key there, as long as you don't die.
All right, this level is called TikTok Clock. This is really, really
It's
fast
intense.
and crazy. Like so many crazy things.
Insane.
So one thing to note, if you enter the clock when the minute hand is at the 12,
Самая скоростная
and then if
Самая
you enter
скоростная
between 6
стадия
and 12,
из всех
he'll also
стадий.
do, the things will be
Каждая
moving.
звезда делается невероятно
Yeah,
быстро,
everything is moving.
что очень приятно для спидрана.
Animated stage.
Будем надеяться, у него все получится.
Oh, so he grabbed an extra red coin back there. I think Cheese is the only player I know who does that. But it's similar to what Dryworld 100 coin in a way, because you destroy boxes with like 10 coins in each box. So
Сейчас у него на
if
2
you
монеты
get, like,
больше,
really
чем в
bad
принципе
RNG or,
необходимо.
like, go too fast or something, you can miss one. But he has 2 extra now, so he can just like go really fast. He doesn't have to worry about it.
There's an invis-wall coming up here after this box. There's actually a couple invis-walls, but he avoided it.
He's safe though.
Yeah.
Но у него нормально все. Окей. Он получил 2
He's
монеты
100
заранее.
overall.
Ну,
Yeah, there's a
у
couple of
него не
jumps
было
that,
большой
but that was good.
необходимости.
Yeah.
The tricky part is this ending part right here.
Oh,
All those first.
И он идет жесткая сейф-страта, окей. Он даже не стал пытаться еще раз, он просто за
It
сейф
depends on
стратил.
the position of the thwomp, and you kind of have to react to the sound, but you can get
Это
something
даже
called
была
a
не
good
бэкап.
ending, and
Хотя
basically when you like
бэкап,
wall kick
да.
off the thwomp, so you can do like a jump.
Бэкап
wall
был
kick
бы,
and
если бы он
die
попробовал
into the
еще
star. It
раз.
saves like a second, but it's kind of hard.
Но это я
It's
не знаю,
around that.
это было
'cause it
плохо.
skips like an entire wall kick, pretty sure.
Yeah. This movement here is kind of new.
Well, to beat that pendulum.
Yeah, the swinging thing
More or
will
less.
usually knock you out of the way, but if you do that movement, you're able to get there before.
Yeah, there's 2 more stars where you do that triple jump wall kick at the beginning, and that triple jump wall kick is the hardest part of the 3 stars. So if you get it down, then you kind of have those 3 stars down, in my opinion.
I'd agree. In practice, it's
Вообще,
not too hard, but when
практикуясь,
you're at
эта
this point
стадия
in the
достаточно
run,
простая,
you're usually very
но
nervous.
после
Yeah,
часа
nerves are a huge
30
factor.
ты уже устал.
And it's really punishing a tip because most mistakes result
То
in
да,
death. So you
эта
do a
стадия
lot of
может убить
little
вас.
things that are wrong when you're nervous.
Очень сложно.
Yeah, I mentioned how Cheese had messed with a heart rate monitor before. When he was closing in on the world record, where he was, I think it was like when he was 5 seconds off of 139, his heart rate climbed to over like 170 or 180 when he was going through TT.
Нормально у
TikTok
пацана
clock.
был.
So that's all the time moving stars. He's going to do 2 more with the minute hand at 12, which is red coins, and what's the name of the other star?
Нужно дождаться, пока
Stars, I think.
минутная стрелка встанет ровно, тогда мы
Which I
зайдем
think he's doing next.
на уровень и все остановится. Это нужно для некоторых звезд.
Do we have time for a donation?
yeah.
We have
Штуку еще задонатили.
$1,000 from Dubanka. He says, I saved up my allowance for years to buy an N64 and 1 game on release. Needless to say, I bought Wayne Gretzky's Hockey.
Good choice.
In retrospect, SMB64 may have been a better choice. Good luck, Cheese.
Oh no.
Ха-ха.
Yeah, you can't really ledge grab on
Cringe,
these things. They
haha.
have weird boundaries on the edges.
Yeah, and if you miss one, you fall all the way down.
Окей. Окей.
Oh my god. Okay.
Cheese is sweating. Сыр так потеет, что...
Other than that,
Hardest
other
start
than that, that was
Чиз,
nice.
чиз так
Other than
потеет,
that.
что я чувствую это через экран. Он...
That star is very.
Сейчас он очень
I never like
недоволен
that star
и
because
негодует.
if you fall down there, it's like trying to solve a maze.
I looked at
Если
this
бы
picture,
спидранил
it's really
Pumpcation,
nice.
он бы уже
Red
давно
and Sky, you get like a
запаузил
141, I
и
believe.
сделал
Yeah.
где-то 5-секундную паузу,
You can
прежде
beat
чем
141
продолжить,
if
потому
it's
что...
really good.
Yes. So consistent with the toad stars. Absolutely
Потому что это
incredible
кринж.
gameplay.
All right, this level is kind of scary. You can, there's a lot of places you can die, and he's going to start off doing something called Lockatoo Bounce. If you screw it up, it loses
Очень
a few
неприятно.
seconds. See
You have
if
to
he
do it
gets
twice throughout the run.
There's many ways to
Окей,
do this.
хорошо.
Yeah, so he
Мы
moves in a
заставляем
pretty
нашим
specific way
движением
to manipulate the Lakitu to fall right
двигаться...
under him as he wall kicks.
Я уже забыл, как...
And
Лакиту, да.
The
Двигаться
Lockatoo
так, как
bounce,
нам
the
нужно,
strat
и
he did is
подставиться
like
под
the
удар.
wall bounce. There was a newer, like easier bounce. There's a
У него
newer,
есть
easier
кофта,
bounce that was
мне нужно
discovered. It's
полотенце.
like a second or two slower, but it's like, in my opinion, it's way easier. But I probably just suck at the older one.
the older one is quite a bit harder. You have to move. It just takes forever to learn how to move
Это-
the right way.
Okay, this
Стратегия
starts
тоже
doing
должна
triangles.
быть
It's kind of
хорошо
scary.
сделана.
If your angle like right there is like too far to the left, then
Отлично, это идеально.
you'll like wall kick and probably die.
That was really good.
Speed kick ground pound. is
Faster
like-
X
yeah.
yeah.
Вот
So that was
и
100 coin.
мы соберем
There's a
100
bit of RNG
монет.
here.
Хотелось бы убивать этого парня и получать 2 монеты, но... Окей.
Yeah.
There's backups.
A nice time save is if that fly guy gave him both coins, then he could skip a red coin.
Yeah, if you
Because-
get all from the
Ну,
flag,
это
you get
рандом.
the Lakitu.
hmm But now he just has one extra coin, so he can miss one of these and just continue.
Oh, I didn't need that one, but oh well.
I can't believe this guy's not doing carpetless.
Nice, man.
Сыр взял запас в 15 минут, что больше, чем когда-либо надо. Но судя по тому, как он исполняет, он взял запас на 5 минут больше все равно, чем надо.
So he's opening
Может
the
быть, он
cannon
хочет
now
показать
for
какой-то
when
шоу, глич,
after when he
шоу-кейс.
does the
Я не
second
знаю.
Lakitu bounce.
Посмотрим. 100 монет традиционно выполняется с катанием на ковре.
Dumb to see 'cause it doesn't look like you should be able to do that, but
Okay, there's nothing really going on this carpet ride, so if you
Идеальное
have a
место,
lot of
чтобы прочитать
donations,
донаты,
this is the
потому что
perfect
сейчас у
time.
нас
Yeah,
будет
then like,
около
1
минуты
minute,
катания.
30 seconds,
У нас
rest.
действительно много донатов.
All right, I do have a lot of donations.
Еще
Let's start it off with
$1000
$1,000 from
пожертвований.
J. K. He just says, let's make Portal happen. I agree. We've got $100 from Jason32, been watching since 2014, and I'm always proud of how much we raise every year as a community here. Keep up the awesome runs. We have $100 from Lady Adelaise. After spending days of my childhood going after 120 stars, it's breathtaking to watch it be done in just a couple of hours. Now let's see some Portal 2. We have $15 from Jamis, who says, wah, yeah, wahoo!
Accurate.
We've got a $120 anonymous donation that just says, good luck, cheese!
Thank you.
We have $300 from Adrian Speed Lovers. Hi, GDQ. Thank you for all runners. I love what you do. Winter or summer, GDQ rocks. Please give this to Portal 2 and kisses from France. We've got a $100 anonymous donation that says, this Super Mario 64 speedrun is really awesome to watch. Here's $100 to support this great cause.
Yeah, so the carpet ride's kind of like the calm before the storm, I guess, while you finish the run.
If you're on like a really, really good run, your heart's going to be like pounding, so it's a nice...
Хорошее время, хорошее место, чтобы собраться к последней части. Осталось
That trick looks pretty scary, but if you fail the wall
4
kick,
звезды.
you'll just land back on the carpet.
И
And the nice meme carpetless was
заканчиваем.
basically all that trick is it's a TAS only strat. That's pretty much impossible, but everyone always says to go for it.
It's been done once by a human using save states.
Окей.
No.
If you screw it up that way, it's hard to say how much it loses. Probably like around 6-ish.
Он
maybe
просто
8.
соберет красные монеты.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
time in for jumping after landing on the slope is pretty tough. Too.
By the way, this is why you keep red coins, because it's a quick backup.
Но теперь у него нет запасной
But he doesn't
стратегии.
have that backup now.
И ему нужно
Yeah, he's
обязательно
got swinging in the
сейчас
breeze
справиться.
and Lakitu bounce left.
You could back up with swinging in the breeze, but I don't really like doing that.
Yeah, it's a laugh.
Рекорда, конечно, не будет. Рекорд по Super Mario 64
Yeah, last case on tape.
закончится через минуту. Он невероятно потный. Окей, хорошо.
Alright.
Осталось здесь 2 звезды всего. Но он не сделает сайт.
The side flip's pretty cool. Oh, never mind.
He's too
That's a
optimal.
new
too
optimization,
optimized,
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, we
It's
used
a-
to do
it's
a
a
windy
speedrun.
side flip.
For that cannon shot, you just want to aim it. You just want the bottom like arrow to be right above the rainbow.
Like the bottom of the ring, yeah.
Yeah.
There's been quite a few times though where you have to get the Locky 2 bounce, and after you do like the carpet ride and everything, and you're like, all right, I'm loose, I'm good, and then all of a sudden you miss the Locky 2 bounce, and you're like, well, it's over.
Одна
This
из
is
самых
probably the
простых
easiest
звезд.
star in Rainbow Ride.
There's a couple things that can go wrong, but
Yeah, but it's rare.
This angle here is kind of precise. It's not an angle
Okay,
that's in
easy.
the notch of your controller, so.
Отправляемся к
Oh,
концу.
that's good. So we're
Как я и
heading to the
говорил,
final Bowser
сколько бы
now.
фейлов он не сделал, это все еще меньше, чем 1.44.
This can probably, yeah, mid 140.
А это
if it goes well.
топ-5
Yeah.
изи.
It's an insane time for a marathon.
getting up these stairs can be a pain sometimes.
Sometimes you just eat your jumps.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Окей.
And what you're supposed to do there is push that box, but we don't even bother.
Самое ужасное это здесь вот промахнуться. Или здесь промахнуться.
There's like a normal cycle, and then there's like a fast cycle. The fast cycle seems like it seems like 1.5 to 2 seconds. He was
Ему
going
не
to
очень
go for it,
повезло.
but he screwed
Или
up the
точнее
rollout.
он залажал, и поэтому у него не будет быстрого цикла.
This is kind of a newer
Не
optimization.
будет оптимизации,
Oh.
отлично.
Never mind.
Yeah, he was gonna try to side flip over the flame, but it can be fickle.
Yeah. Not a big time loss.
Будет где-то 1.43.20. Какой-нибудь 4. Я думаю.
So getting on a pole from the base like that, the reason
Может
he
быть
kind of glitched at the
1.42.
bottom is
Но это будет
because
очень хорошо, если у него будет
when you grab a
1.42.
pole
Это,
at the
скорее всего,
bottom,
будет
you
очень
don't actually
высокая
grab it, you,
1.42.
you
Скажем,
glitch onto it,
1.42,
and if you
50.
tap B right as you glitch onto it, you
5,
grab it for real.
3.
Because I think the dive might give you a little bit of height to. You just can't grab the bottom of a pole for whatever reason. So there you just.
Окей,
spam
мы
B.
получили 120 звезд.
120th star.
Мы можем
Time for
похлопать.
Bowser throws.
Самая сложная часть только начинается.
Infamous
Надеюсь, он не
Bowser
промажет ни
is-
разу.
That's one.
2, отлично, изи. Похоже, он укладывается в 1.42.
Oh yeah. We could do this.
Изи. Это действительно спидран.
Speedrunning!
Он уложился в 1.42. Это, по-моему, топ-3. Можно проверить спидран.
Insane time for a marathon.
Yeah.
Он лагает нереально. That get away.
No! 140, 139.
That was the most cheese possible ending.
Yeah, excellent job.
Что там у нас получилось? 1.40. 1.40. Отлично. И это топ-5. Топ-5 время. Этот парень все-таки знает, что он делает, но обидно, что так много вещей было провалено. Ну, на VR пойти это такое, типа 22 минуты и слышно.
Hello, hello.
You're still on.
Yeah, I'd like to do some shout outs to my family, of course, because they're watching right now. And I want to
Спасибо за поддержку.
supporting me and believing that this, this could work for me. And I'd like to shout out Copits and Mario Fan, because I know they donated a lot for me to shout out, and they're really good friends. So shout outs to them and well, friends, family, and everyone who came to watch. And yeah, man, Super Mario 64.
Да. 1.40, 1.40.
That's
Это
it.
было...
Let's hear it one more time for Cheese.
Я очень критично отношусь к ошибкам. И всегда расстраиваюсь, когда забег есть ошибки. Но, опять же, это все еще топ-5.
What
Это
a
очень хорошее время.
fantastic
И
run.
далеко не каждый
Great time for a marathon.
способен на
Always look
такое.
forward to Cheese's runs. And Super Mario 64 is always a pleasure to watch. You are watching Summer Games Done Quick, a charity marathon where all proceeds go to Doctors Without Borders. I'm going to read one quick donation here. We have $1,000 from Cheesy Bob.
Окей, увидимся через буквально
Cheesy
несколько
Bob says, I love Super
минут, я
Mario 64
надеюсь.
and I want to see Portal 2 make it happen. Cheesy Bob has a great point because we do have a Portal 2 incentive. This incentive is to see one person solo do a co-op run. And to hit that incentive, we need $200,000 by the end of Breath of the Wild. Right now, we're sitting at about $53,000, so we're about a quarter of the way there. I believe we can hit this incentive. I really want to see this run, so let's make it happen.